welcome back to another Chris the Fish Show free video. In this one, we're finally going to be insulating and boarding the roof at the front of the fish room. Thank God. Right, I've had a plan for the roof. Now, because obviously I told you before, I've taken the wood off the tote so I can reuse it. Still looking for a buyer for the tote, so it's now in the garden. So, while it's out the way, I can focus on the roof. Now, the boards match just enough to go from there to there, and obviously we've already got the insulation. So I'm going to have a quick bash at this and then we'll come back. Okay, so believe it or not, so far we're off to a good start. 15 foot exactly on that cut off, so that's good. These boards were just a little bit too shy to come across. So I've put a support beam on the back side because obviously you're not going to be looking at it. So yeah, now I've got that one side up, I can put the board up. So there you have it, first board is up, got a bit of overlap there, and it sits flush on top of there. So now it's got that side to do. This is going to be a lot easier than I thought. Okay, so I'm definitely making some progress. Insulated this half as well, just because of how much deeper it is. I've put some insulation up there, so now I've just got this section to finish. Alright, so I've managed to get a board up there to block off the porch. Now I've just got to do the last strip of board to go and fill that gap, and then it's just a case of giving it a good paint. Alright, so there's the last bit done, so there's all the roof sorted. All I've got to do now is get some expanding foam or something just to go around the edges and make sure all the gaps are sealed, and then paint it over, which I'm sure I've got enough paint already. You'll hear running water in the background, but also I've just dismantled the last of the breeding shelf, put some dividers back in here so that Odin can go into the 5 foot. As I say, it's only temporary, the new tanks will be here soon enough. I've managed to move Odin's tank, or what was Odin's tank over there. That will be the new shrimp tank. Looks black at the moment because I've just put that soil based substrate in, but I've got a normal filter in there so I can get the tank all running properly before I decide to move the shrimps and that over. That'll be fun. And that tank has finally gone, as well as the tote, so I am so chuffed to say we are making progress. As for the roof, I've got a tin of primer today. So hopefully I can slap that up, get it all prepped, ready for paint, and the expanding foam is on its way. I've even bought a CCTV camera which will hook up to my phone so I can keep an eye on the fish room as well. It's been a while since we've added a new one, other than the twinsies which they wanted to join in. But my fish garage has joined the big boys on my board. Alright, so now that's filled up, as you can see it's pure black, so we will come back tomorrow when the filter's done its job and we'll see what's what. Alright, so the so-called sump I've cleaned up a little bit. Obviously I've got to give it a wash down. I noticed there's a couple of sections missing, there's a crack in there, that one's too high so that could even be used as a quarantine section, just use that side. But I've got some plastic we can always cut to size and then put the silicone on. So yeah, that's a job to do. That can be the sump for the goldfish tank. And then I've put a second coat of primer on this as well, so it's starting to look a lot better. All I've got to do now is leave it to dry, and then probably tomorrow night I can paint it blue like this ceiling. So yeah, everything will kind of match hopefully. I'll try and leave that white so that it matches the wall. But yeah, we're getting there. And even though I've just stripped down that breeze block area, breeding rack thing, I've just had to build it back up again because the guy that's bought the tank needs me to store it because he's going to be storing some fish in here and he got in trouble for buying it. But either way, it's a friend that's bought it, so I don't mind. It's not in the way for now. I've moved it from out of the way and I've set this tank up, and you can see already the difference that it's making. Yes, it's still a bit murky, might need to do a couple of water changes just to get it back on top, but the filter's doing its job. So it's the afternoon of the next day, and as promised, it's crystal clear already. All it is that bloody substrate. It's a pain in the backside. So I've done a couple of layers of blue, starting to look a hell of a lot better, but at the same time we did have a little bit of an upsie, and I knocked the paint off the chair when I was getting off the step ladder. Oh dear. Right, so for now it is done. I've got about 3 coats of blue on it as well, so it's looking a lot better. That white could probably do with another coat, but I've got some expanding foam coming, which obviously is to try and fill some of the gaps like in here, and then just kind of try and tidy up all the outline of it a lot better. But it's all insulated and painted and done for now. And the next video you will see will be the frame is finally done for the back wall in the fish room. So when the 4x2x2 tanks come, yes, we're sorted. So yeah, on that note, it's done. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit the bell, and I'll catch ya in the next video. Bye bye.